Hey everybody, how we doing? I'm Chris of Normal Chris and Liz for Carnival Cruise Addicts. She has a little cruise funk after the last cruise we got off on Saturday, but let me tell you, it's hot. My cute little Carnival fan. So if you've actually bought one, you can hear this thing. Not the quietest, doesn't put out the best breeze. Still kind of cute though. Anyway, couple little talkies about the last cruise we just got off of on Saturday, which was the Carnival Mardi Gras. Great ship. This is our second time on there. We were on there in December of 2021. And noticed a few issues then, like if you've been on a couple cruises before, some of the older cruises, they had the actual wood decks. This one had that plastic deck, rubber deck, if you will. It was kind of falling apart at that time. Still is. They got a patch now, which is actually pretty cool. So definitely an improvement there. There's a couple things to talk about that we've learned on this cruise that we've known from other cruises, or just reinforced on this particular cruise. Guest services. So there's a bunch of different reasons to visit guest services. The most important, if you will, or most prevalent, I guess, would be when you're rectifying your sail and sign card or starting your sail and sign card or account. When you get on the boat, don't do it. Get a credit card, put something on there prior. The lines are crazy. The last night, which you'll see videos that Liz will be posting once she feels better. Hope you feel better, honey. She's sitting on the couch behind me. She said thank you. The last night, it's nuts. So on the Mardi Gras, they have a very large section, which is not in your normal glass elevator area or lobby area. It's set off to the side by peg and anchor. But still, it ran, if I had to guess, 50, 60 people deep, past the deli, past the pizza place, into Bar Della Rosa. Just don't do it on the last night. Try to figure out what you need to do. If there's any questions, call them, or just don't go stand in line. It's horrible. Another thing, just for people that haven't cruised before, if you've cruised occasionally at different times of year, this time of year, here in South Florida, today is 8/9. They go back to school tomorrow on 8/10, so it's very early compared to where I grew up in Connecticut, where we go back, first week in September. There's a lot of kids on the boat, whether it be small kids or teenagers. There's a lot of small adults, air quotes, on the boat. So yeah, if you're not the biggest kid fan, you might not want to do one this time of year or even the next 2 weeks, because other areas of the country go back to school a little bit later. Might want to hold off to after September 1st or go earlier in the summer. But yeah, there's a lot of kids on the boats. This time, they were great. Last year we did the same cruise because it's our anniversary, July 31st, and we do pretty much a cruise every year around about this time. And the last cruise, there was a bunch of, I'm going to try not to curse, but I'm going to go a little bit and say shitheads. They were everywhere. Kicking doors, throwing stuff, stealing decorations, just being a bunch of turds. This cruise was a little bit better. Still had some, but they're kids. We were all kids once. We do dumb stuff. It happens, So if you want something a little bit more relaxed, end of July through end of August, probably not the best time to cruise if you don't like the little hellions running around giving you a finger and doing dumb shit. That's simple. So this was is the sister ship to the Celebration. Both ships are set up almost identically. Biggest thing I think that stands out to me on this one is the way Emerald's is set up. They have it flipped over to a different side, and then they have a memory wall, or what do we call it? Sorry, looking at my notes. Journey wall. Thank you. She's coming from the background.
Journey through time.
Journey through time, Liz said. Well, let me rephrase. Journey through time is kind of what she said. So yeah, it's a really cool thing. They do a couple events throughout the day where there's a whole bunch of stuff going across. And it's kind of cool. It's a little corny, but it's actually kind of cool to watch. You know, so here you look down, you see emeralds. There, it's got this whole big wall. So again, sister ship, really freaking cool. Another thing about the degradation, if you will, of a newer ship. Walk through the casino. Chairs are quite literally falling apart. Again, you'll see this in some of the videos we're going to post. It was weird. It was really weird for a ship that's less than 2 years old to see that issue. We've been on ships. We've been on the Fascination, the Sensation, all the shins, if you will. And they're old ships, so you get rust. It's been on the sea for 30 years. You know, you're going to get stuff like that. But we talked to some of the casino staff, and they said they're actually replacing the chairs. And some of the chairs on there were replaced with a more denser fabric style. So if you get on the boat here in the next, I don't know when they're going to replace them, and you look at that and go, yo, what the hell is this? They're replacing them. They're fixing it. They've got with the vendor. They're going to fix it. It's just not going to be the quickest of things. Another thing I want to mention that we talked to a lot of people on this cruise, and I got to tell you, this was our 50-something cruise. This had a whole bunch of friendly people on there. You'll get a couple people that are kind of yappy, kind of social. You'll get the people that will sit there and talk to you, and you're like, "Is that the Loch Neck Monster?" And run away. You know, you find the excuse to get the hell out of Dodge. But there was really a bunch of cool people on this cruise. Really laid back. So it was fun to talk to people, but the moral of my rant is a lot of people we talked to were like, oh, I wanted this excursion. I wanted that excursion. I wanted to do this. I wanted to do that. Book things in advance. It's super easy. And sometimes you get a discount. But like we did the cabana in Grand Turk. We did a hillside cabana. It's cute. The hillside cabana in the Dominican Republic, but oh my god, as I mentioned with ye old cute little fan, it's super hot. And the same goes for the islands, and it's either stairs or this crazy walkway all the way up, which we took a couple times because it's better than stairs. So yeah, hillside cabana, get the poolside. I'll shorten it because I'm getting signals from the director and back being all sick and shit going, you're talking too much, which I do. Sorry, but I like talking. Excursion sold up. Off-peak times. So there's a lot of things on this particular boat, the Mardi Gras. Restaurants, events, this, that, and the other. Restaurants specifically go on off-peak time. If it opens up at 12:30, go there at 1 o'clock. If you want drinks, coffee. She's mentioning to me coffee. I wish she was on here, but again, she has the cruise funk. But I got a good director and an editor, by the way, because I'm not good at editing. Yeah, so if you want like Lido Deck, it opens up at 12:30 for lunch. Don't go there at 12:30 because you're probably gonna be pissed off because there's a big line. There's 5,000 people on this boat, and we all get hungry. Look at the Alfred Hitchcock, okay? And the bald head. You get hungry. So just do it on the different times. One of the great tips we have is you have Java Blue. Great place. Great food, great coffee, great people. But if you want that morning coffee and you want that fresh made coffee, I'm getting an ill face again. Go to Bar Della Rosa on this ship. It's on deck 8. You don't have to wait in that line. They can make pretty much everything they do at Java Blue. And if you're a smoker or a vapor, you can't do that on the ship, except the casino at certain times. You can literally grab your coffee, go out the door to the right, sit outside, and have a vape or a smoke. And even if you don't smoke, go out there and socialize. It's great. I have a question coming in from my peanut gallery. Yes, peanut gallery. Pig and anchor for breakfast. But I had on my notes, but I can't read my own writing, so here's my notes. You probably can't read them, either can I. and it's my writing. But yeah, so for breakfast, Pig and Anchor. Set again, deck 8. A lot of stuff is on deck 8 toward the aft of the ship, and they do a full breakfast there. So you go up to Lido, you got a couple different breakfast stations and a lot of people because you go to Lido. Pig and Anchor, never packed. Never packed. So yeah, if you want to get a nice quick breakfast, you don't want to deal with the crowds, and they have a ton of seating there, an absolute ton of seating. So it's not like you have to grab your stuff and waddle your back to the room. You can actually just grab your food, sit down and eat, and then waddle back to the room, because it's probably the third time you've eaten, and it's 9 o'clock in the morning, much like me. But again, yeah, Pig and Anchor does another great thing, which has just been brought back very recently, late night eats. So you're out watching the shows, you went to the casino, you went to the comedy show, you're out BSing, hanging out with all the new friends you meet, and you're like, oh, I want something to eat. You can literally walk past the 500 people that are in the pizza line, go to Pig and Anchor, and some of the food there is just absolutely amazing. Liz loves chips and salsa, and their pico back there, absolutely freaking amazing. One thing I will tell you, the little tips and tricks we're telling you toward the end of the week, don't expect the short lines because people figure it out during the week. And so like the second to last day, we went back, we're like, oh, okay, you know, it's midnight, let's go get some snacky cakes. And then boom, wall of people. But that line, even still, moves super quickly. So yeah, don't expect to have your cute little secret be held for long, because everybody figures it out, and jackasses like me tell everybody it's there so more people figure it out. But yeah, I think that's all we got. I gotta check with my director. Director, am I missing anything?
I don't know, I'm sick.
She said she doesn't know she's sick. So if she's got it, I'm gonna get it. So we'll see what the next video be like. It might be but anyway, we appreciate you watching. Stay cool, get a fan. You've seen this in our videos. Bring a fan on the cruise. Our little neck fans were freaking a saving grace in the DR and in the Bahamas. If you don't have one, get one. I got one here. Hold on. Let me show you. These little guys. Ugh. You look kind of silly, but boy, you're a lot cooler than everybody else.
Less than $20 on Amazon.
Less than $20 on Amazon, I was just told by my director, Liz. And little battery powered ones like this. I love this thing. I actually bring this to work every day because our AC sucks at work. That's a whole other story. But anyway, we do have our cool little pins from the cruise. Make sure you stop and get your stuff from the photo gallery, if I'm not mistaken. Huh?
Pixels.
Pixels, yeah, photo gallery. These are our cool little pins. And then you get little other miscellaneous stuff depending on your level, platinum, diamond. You can hear the winding. This thing just doesn't shut off. You hit the button a couple times. But yeah. So I will release the frog, which hides the mic. And everybody, have a great evening. I appreciate you guys watching. And girls, and everybody, like, subscribe, hit the button. What Liz said, she said, hit the bell. Thankfully, she's on the other side of the house. I would not be getting too close to her tonight. The cats are like, what the hell's wrong with Mom? She seems weird tonight. But anyway, thank you everybody for watching. Have a great night. We appreciate your support. Hope you got some value. Please leave a comment. Anything you want us to talk about, anything you want to hear. If you need me to shut the hell up, say that too. I'm okay with that. I'm a yappy. But again, everybody have a great night. Enjoy yourselves. Take care. We'll talk to you soon.